Here on Central Avenue in Costa Rica's capital city of San Jose, there are many important cultural and historic landmarks. It's also the city's principal commercial corridor. I think anyone who visits the downtown area will appreciate the vitality and the authenticity. Coconut Guy is here in the early mornings, P-Teen the Clown is here on the weekends, and various musical performers. Here on the east end of downtown at Central Avenue and 11th Street are two of the country's largest museums. The National Museum, at one time a military fortress and barracks, is now home to thousands of important historical artifacts, modern exhibits, and the Butterfly Garden. Right here, the Jade Museum houses over 7,000 pre-Columbian artifacts and the world's largest collection of jade from the Americas. Right here to my right is Capital Coffee Roasters. Yes, I gave them a plug in a previous video, but it's right here on the same block. It's an excellent place to get a delicious coffee made from locally grown beans and traditional Costa Rican cuisine. The owners, Miguel and Liseth, are super nice, hardworking people. It's highly recommended. In the city center is the Plaza de la Cultura, or the Cultural Plaza. And behind me is the city's cultural gem, the National Theater. It opened in 1897. It took several years and a financial fortune to complete. It's still an active theater. We have a national symphony that performs there, and there is a robust schedule of other theater and musical performances. There are tours available throughout the day. It's well worth the time and the very modest price of admission. Just across the plaza from the National Theater is the Gran Hotel Costa Rica. I'm sure it's an excellent place to stay. However, it's not necessary to be a guest in order to go to the restaurant and the observation lounge on the top floor. Just go through the front door, say hello at reception, and let them know you're going to the restaurant. Take the elevator to the 5th floor. This is a good place to relax, enjoy the view, have a coffee, a traditional fresh fruit drink called a batida, and because it's a Hilton hotel, they have a fully stocked bar and you can get an old school gringo style cocktail. Slancha. Located below the plaza level and behind these air ducts is the Pre-Columbian Gold Museum. It features gold, ceramic, and stone artifacts, some dating to 400 BC, a permanent numismatic collection, and other traveling exhibits. Just off the plaza is the historic Cine Variedades, or the Variety Cinema. Opened in 1892, it was active until the mid-1980s when it was closed, probably due to maintenance or structural issues. Just recently, renovations got underway, and the reason I bring this up is that they are going to bring it back as a theater. It's not going to be a Starbucks or a Cinnabon or something. So if you're planning a trip to San Jose, it may be open to the public. Across the street from the Cine Variedades is the Cultural Plaza Hotel. This is where I stayed when I first visited San Jose when I was on reconnaissance. Now, often the term budget-friendly means a rundown flea bag, but in this case, it's actually a modern, clean, comfortable place to stay. It's nicely decorated, the staff are friendly, they have a cafe in the lobby, it just happens to be reasonably priced. So when you're making your travel plans, I recommend giving it a look. At Central Avenue and 1st Street is La Bomba Pharmacy. This is not a cultural or historic landmark, but while we're here, I thought it might be useful to know that when you're in Costa Rica, and if you need anything at the pharmacy, it's almost certainly available without a prescription. That's how we roll here. It's a little bit like the Wild West. Now, generally, the staff are cheerful, helpful, competent, and they do their best to get you whatever it is that you need. That being said, without a doctor's prescription, ultimately, it's the responsibility of the customer, that's you and me, to make sure that we're getting the right medications and the right dosage. You may be getting something that has an unfamiliar brand name, the instructions may be in Spanish. So it's a good idea to get on Google and find out what it is that you're taking, do a little bit of extra due diligence, and proceed with caution. Half a block off Central Avenue on 1st Street is the city's premier coffee house, Cafe La Mancha, located in the historic Steinworth building. Another great place to take a break, get out of the rain, and enjoy a delicious cappuccino or a fresh fruit smoothie. I visited Cafe La Mancha on my first day exploring San Jose. I've been a fan ever since. Say hello to Don Alberto, let him know I sent you. Back on Central Avenue, on the west end of downtown, is the historic Mercado Central, or the Central Market. There may be other places like this elsewhere in the world, but I've been other places elsewhere in the world. I've never seen anywhere quite like it. It's a labyrinthian beehive of traditional restaurants and retail stalls of all types. It's difficult to capture all that's going on here with my budget cell phone camera, but I think it's safe to report that if it's not here, you probably don't need it. If you only have time for a couple of activities while visiting downtown San Jose, I would put this at the top of the list. Tengan, viajes, felices y seguros. Follow the channel for more information. Thank you for watching.